philosophy as far as leadership. Who do you lead, or how do you lead? How do you lead? Who's on your leadership team? Do you need to change your style? How you lead your... I can't stand a teacher that'll back a kid in a corner. That irritates me. That's easy to do. That's so easy. What's really difficult to do is to handle that kid, and we don't like to use this word because it's politically incorrect, but manipulate that kid to get them to do what you want them to do. That's hard to do, or motivate. Back them in a corner and get them mad and blow up, you get the final say, you're going to write the referral. Mission accomplished. You've done what you set out to do, right? No. Kid's out of your classroom. He's going to miss 90 minutes of instruction. Probably going to miss 3 questions on the CRCT. And you're being evaluated, by the way, on your student achievement at Waycross Middle School, so you better keep behind in your class. Anyway, sarcastic, but you get the point. You want to try to keep them there. And if you need to make some changes, then now's the time to do it. Do you know teachers like that? That back kids in the corner? Do you? Are you willing to change? Can you change how you lead your kids or how you lead your staff?
We're going to get to some lighthouse stuff in just a minute, I promise you, but we felt like it was important for you to get a little background on what we're doing and where we are and things like that. And I think some of the lighthouse stuff will make a little more sense. But when Mr. Dixon took over as principal in January, halfway through the school year, he inherited me as an instructional coach, first year as an instructional coach, a guidance counselor, first year fresh out of college, started in the fall, a graduation coach, first year on the job, first year graduation coach, a veteran AP that has since retired. So that was the core team that he inherited. One of the things that he started out with us doing was meeting and talking about the school and what was good about the school and where we thought we needed to improve. And his goal was for all of us to be on the same page about what we wanted Waycross Middle School to look like, sound like, and how we wanted to act. We read a lot of articles, we read some books, we talked about this on a weekly basis, discussed different things. It wasn't a dictatorship, it was open, so that all of us met and talked about and come up with our own ideas and what we wanted to change and how we could make the school better. So it was a collaborative plan, it was not dictated that I would have done this way. The thing that worked for us is that everybody on that team had a heartfelt desire to change, really cared about the kids, the school, the community, and what was happening. And so over the course of the rest of that year, we really worked on that, trying to decide what is good about the school and how can we make it better. We pulled teachers in, grade level teachers, team teachers, leaders, and got input from those teachers also about what was going good for them and how it could change and make it better for those teachers. So we tried to get input from everybody to try to form a plan of where we wanted Waycross Middle School to head. Because we were already a good school, but we wanted to be better.
You look like a pretty smart boy. Okay. Do you think you as an individual or by yourself are smarter than the rest of this group? Me neither. And that's the philosophy I have. I'm a pretty smart fellow. I graduated from the University of Georgia. Would be. But the fact of the matter is, everybody together working for a common goal, we're real smart. Because you're thinking of things that I missed, and you're thinking of things that she missed, and you're thinking of things that, two over here missed. You get it all together. And that's hard work. That's hard work, and it took me a long time to get to that point, because if you want to do it right, you got to do it yourself. That was my philosophy for a long time. Still a lot of people's philosophy. Because it's easier for me to go off and do it by myself and get an average product. But it's really tough to work together, because you do have to go through those, arguments or opportunities for growth. But when you get done, you've got a superior product. And that's my whole leadership is based on that. It is tough, but it is, you don't want to hear some things sometimes. But in the end, your product is a lot better. And that's truly why I think our numbers are where they are. Anyone ever had a positional power principle? My name's, oh my God, you're going to do it. I tell you. Anybody ever worked for some? I have. I hate it. Nobody's ever worked for one like that? Yeah. Those are tough situations, and I didn't like it. Didn't like it then, obviously wouldn't like it now. So, you know, we tend to, I want to work for folks that listen to me. And our superintendent, he's just like that. He'll listen. He has, you know, there's executive decisions he has to make. I know that, and he does. But I enjoy feeling needed, just like you do. And that's sort of our take on what Sonny was talking about, a clear vision. Not what my vision is, but what our vision is. Flip over to the charts. We're not going to read through these because they take so long. But the Georgia Lighthouse School of Watch has a checklist. It's called the Deliberative Dozen. And there's 12 different items. And this is in the actual, if you go to the GMSA, has anyone ever been to the GMSA website and looked online? Son, you want to pull that up for me real quick? This is where everything that we're sharing with you, you can go straight there, and they've got the whole process outlined for you to the T. Georgia Middle School Association, and there's a tab over on the left-hand side that will talk with you about Georgia Lighthouse Schools. How many Lighthouse schools in Georgia? Anybody know? There's 16. You know how many there are in the nation? 200. There's only 200. So it's quite an honor. I didn't realize it was such a big deal until after we had received it. We had a big gala event for us at the middle school conference, and then we had the state school superintendent that came down and was our keynote speaker last month at our community celebration. And that was a big time for us. Remember, we're the Swan. All right, here's the school. 15. Okay. So it's not like, and I'm a Baptist. The middle school lighthouse is not like the Baptist. You know, once saved in the Baptist, you're always saved. Well, with Georgia Middle School, once you're a lighthouse, you're not always lighthouse. You can backslide. And so every 3 years, you have to go through the process again. And if you're still doing what you say you're doing, then you get blessed and you roll on with it for another 3 years. So it's 15. Of course, we've got the board members, but go back to the program overview, and you can see, there it is. I mean, it just goes through what it's about and who it's for. And getting back to the deliberative 12, you need to sit down with your leadership team, if you're on that team, and you need to walk through these. And this will take you about a day if you do it right. And walk through this. And if you have any of those where you say, not yet, we're not there, then you need to fix that before you proceed. But this is a really neat tool to use to walk through. Let's just pick one. Number 11. Curriculum, instruction, school-wide strategies, pacing, assignments, homework, assessment, grading, and reporting, enrichment projects and activities, science fair, academic bowl, field trips, etc. in each subject area are consistent and coherent across the school. Every classroom and every student has equal access, opportunity, and challenge in any classroom to which there are assignments. Are you there? Can you say that you are? If you're not, then you need to work on that and get it fixed before you proceed. If you are, check it off. Yeah, we're there. No question. Based on our analysis, and this was our leadership team, all 6 of us, we got together and walked through this. We knew our staff might think different. Remember, just because we thought it didn't mean that our staff would think that. They may be thinking something entirely different, but we were willing to take a chance. If the staff said no, we'd go to plan B. What would be plan B? We'd repair our weaknesses and present it again. So we go back and look, fix it, move forward.
Just as a byline, there's 4 categories, criteria for schools to watch, and it's academic excellence, developmental responsiveness, social equity, and organizational structures and processes. I put some blue sheets of paper on your tables. and each sheet has just a little scenario on it. What I want you to do is read that scenario and decide which poster it would go on around the room, and there's some glue sticks there, we just glue it on the poster where you think it goes. Just as a byline, one of the things we try to do at Waycross Middle is practice what we preach, and we try to differentiate instruction when we do staff development so that teachers that do not need that staff development, they don't come, just the ones that need it. We try to have activities that meet the learning styles of our teachers, so we keep those teachers engaged while we're trying to teach them. We wanted to do a little more today than what we have in this one, but we didn't have sentient response systems to try to group you based on what you do. We didn't have that smart board hooked up that we could hit. So we've got a few little things that we want you to do to make it a little more interactive, but I wish it was more. But if you'll just read those, we'll give you a couple minutes and you'll just do it where you think they go. The packet, we gave you a copy of our application for Lighthouse Schools. They didn't tell us we couldn't do that. In the very back is the rubric. It has some more information about this if you want to look at that. But really, I think you can put them somewhere without having to look at that rubric.